It's the attempt at social relevance that makes it cringy. Also, this is a great freeze frame. Look at that.
So basically, what we just learned is that Fred's.
Okay.
Like, let's let it play out and laugh at how stupid it is.
I would, but all I can think of right now is the gender pay gap. Is it
Oh my god, what is it with this show and this...
women of color?
The insufferable nice guy.
Oh,
That's not
verified
gonna age well in,
checkmark.
like, 2 months.
Twitter. Elon Musk making us pay money, haha.
Totally,
Whoa,
this is funny.
what is this joke? Holy shit. How he survived the Khmer Rouge? What the heck?
Wait, what was that? I've
What?
heard of that, but I can't remember what it was.
And the driver has a funny story about how he survived the Khmer Rouge.
That's a reference to the Cambodian genocide. A very haha funny.
Sure. Thanks.
I thought
I can't wait
when
to
I
be done.
first heard about her hallucinations, I thought that it was gonna be like an iZombie situation, where
Yeah.
like she gets like hallucinations of people before they died, and then she solves their murders. And I thought that was gonna be the plot of the show.
Thank Christ, we're done. Okay, I can get this stupid
Oh
thing.
my god, it's over. Oh my god, it's over.
So let's
Thank God.
share my gameplay.
Anyway, I thought the plot of Velma was gonna be that she got hallucinations, like in iZombie, she eats people. She eats people's brains, and then she solves their murders using that, right? And I thought the Velma thing was gonna be that she was solving mysteries, and like because it's an adult show, she was solving murders, and she got like hallucinations about the people before they were murdered, and they lead her down the path. And I thought that was gonna be the thing, and it was gonna be like supernatural hallucinations. But no, this show just sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed these hallucinations are just really ableist.
They're just It's okay. My concept is also ableist, but it's like ableist in like a sci-fi setting where it's like, okay, this isn't actually meant to be that thing. This is a different thing than that thing that happened, right?
Small.
But still, the worst joke by far is probably the fact that the secret government project that Norville's grandmother worked on was literally called Project Scooby.
They're
No, I
little
like
imps.
that one. That feels like a very like Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated style joke. I like that one.
Yeah, that one's okay, I guess.
That was
was
okay, but
It's this Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated kind of cheesy humor that I really liked from that show.
However, again, I'm inclined to hate everything this show does, so. And I'm
That's
sorry
fair.
if that sounds unfair, I'm sorry, but when your show is so offensive, I feel like I'm justified in just by default.
and I'm not
hating
really
it.
sure if and I'm not really inclined to defend Mindy Kaling because from what I've heard, she just sounds like a really shitty person.
Hey, what's new? Shitty people in Hollywood.
There was that time when she went on like a talk show and talked about how she forcibly kissed a co-star without his consent.
Oh, that's great. It's only good. It's good to assault people when they're men. That's great. What great morals we're
and
pushing.
the police joke about them assaulting the police, remember?
Like, it's okay to assault police officers because they have power. I hate that beta level, like, bullshit critique that, like, gender studies majors spew when they don't understand what they're talking about. They don't even understand what they're majoring in.
Why was this show? I feel like the only reason why this show was set in high school is because at least one of the writers was probably bitter about high school.
Yes.
No, it was forced to be set in high school because it was Scooby-Doo. They forced them to make it Scooby-Doo. It was supposed to be an original IP.
Sorry,
And
let
the
me
Scooby-Doo
rephrase that. It's not gender studies majors. It's hack Hollywood knockoff writers who somehow had their big brain.
The
I'm
thing
sorry.
is that the
That's an insult
Scooby-Doo
to gender studies majors.
The issue is
They
that
work
the
hard.
Scooby-Doo characters aren't in high school.
Yes, they are. In a
No,
lot of the shows, they
And
are.
a lot of the shows, they're like in most iterations, they're in.
The newest show, Mystery Incorporated, that's one of the newest Scooby shows, other than Be Cool Scooby-Doo. They're in high school. They probably wanted to continue that because it led to a lot of interesting moments.
Yeah, but
Whoa.
like in most other, I think that's probably one of I think there aren't really many iterations because in most iterations they're usually in their they're usually like college age.
Yeah, but they just wanted
Oh
to
God.
capitalize on
Because
Scooby-Doo.
because Scooby Mystery Incorporated is something I remember from when I was a kid, since I watched that on Cartoon Network.
Yes, I watched some of that too. Oh God, they killed me. There's no checkpoints, is there? I
I
have to
think
redo the
what's
whole
happening
mission.
is I'm watching Velma, and my brain just like physically, like I cannot mentally connect this to Scooby Doo, so I can't be offended about it by a Scooby Doo standpoint.
Yeah.
Like I just can't be offended about it as a Scooby Doo fan, as a man who knows all of Scooby Doo's cousins.
Yeah.
It's just not Scooby Doo, and so I don't think of it as Scooby Doo. And when they do something stupid, that it's like okay, whatever. And then the one joke they did make that did make me like think of it as Scooby Doo was the
Oh,
Project
okay. There's
Scooby
checkpoints
joke,
throughout. Okay. Yeah.
which was funny.
You know what I feel like is one of the jokes we can all agree is not that good?
Hey
What?
guys, I'm gonna go join a VC in another server. I may or may not be back,
All right.
but if I'm not, you can call me at any time, Rai.
See you later, Tara. Love you.
So,
Bye.
Sarah.
see you later,
Mwah.
see you later,
See you later.
Tara. So yeah, so like I think it was maybe episode 1 or 2 where it's basically this one joke. Norville says like, you know what 420 is, right?
Oh, that's funny because Norville.
And Velma says, yeah, it's code for adults who still watch cartoons.
That's a weird self jab.
Okay, my favorite iteration of the 420 joke is the one from the trailer where he says he doesn't smoke weed. That's my favorite
Yeah,
iteration.
because
of
it's
the 420
clearly a
joke.
self-deprecation because he
I
clearly
feel like
does.
this whole joke about 420 meaning adults who still watch cartoons was written specifically for the trailer, because that's the last line of the trailer before it cuts to the end. Because what does it even mean?
It doesn't mean anything. The show doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Now I'm as mad as Ryan is.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm so mean to the people who.
I feel
what?
like
To be
that-
honest, it's probably not most of the writers' fault. It's probably the hack producers who are to blame. I don't know who to blame.
Literally.
I don't
and
know
one
who
of
to
them
blame.
and one of them those
Mindy
hack
is one of the producers, so we can be mad at her that this exists, but we can't be mad at her for every joke or
Well,
everything.
yeah,
that-
because she didn't write it; she produced it. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I shouldn't be so mean, but
Yeah,
I'm also
so,
just inclined to
so I
be mean
feel like-
because wait,
No.
really?
I
Okay.
turned my brain on to like have a conversation about the show, and I immediately got like pissed off about it.
So I feel like that whole comment about like adults who I feel like that's sort of like I feel like they like this show feels like it was produced by people who don't care about animation.
This is a show. This is super specific. This show needs silence so bad. They don't let silence happen in this show, and
Yeah.
they forget.
You're right.
Like, okay, I know you guys didn't like this part, but it made me laugh, so I'm gonna talk about it.
Sure.
When he says, can a dad take his daughter to a strip club and have it not be awkward? And she's like, no. It ruined it because she responded to it.
Yeah, it
The
would have
fact
been
that
funny if she didn't.
Yeah, like, it would have been like, of course you can't do that. And she just like, there's just a second of silence before they continue the conversation where it was. Or even just like, I don't know, she just like raises her eyebrow at him if you still want to have Velma make a comment, right?
Yeah, because that
And
would
then-
be funny. That would be self-aware.
Yeah, and then that's the end of it, right? She doesn't have to say something in response. She doesn't have to point out the fact that that's automatically awkward. And the fact that she has to point out that that's automatically awkward makes the show worse for having done it, dude.
It's the sign of an insecure writer that they can't rely
If
on
you
want
want
to
to see if you want to see something if you want to see a good cartoon, just watch Puss in Boots instead.
Yeah, there you
Just
go.
watch Puss in Boots.
Puss in
Literally
Boots.
just watch Puss in Boots. There are way better adult jokes in Puss in Boots. Literally, like, Perito's backstory is, like, dark comedy 101.
And plus, they somehow handled panic attacks better.
Even though
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
not really about
Dude.
that. Yeah.
Actually, I want to make a distinction.
Okay.
Puss was having anxiety attacks, not panic attacks.
Right, those are different, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. There was a distinct reason
go
that
over here.
could be pointed out why this was happening beyond any mental thing, and that's because something was causing him anxiety, and that something being death, right?
Which is a pretty anxiety-inducing thing.
Yeah, he was literally
pretty scary.
getting chased down by death. It was amazing. This
Yeah,
fucking
that
movie.
death. Yeah, like death himself.
Like, the
Yeah.
character Death, the personification of death, yeah.
Yes.
Not the personification, literally death. That
Yeah.
is the, not like some kind of thing, like, it's not really death, but it's like death. No, like, that's just death. It just made itself like a body
Whoa.
so it could chase him the fuck down. That's so funny. Not only is that funny.
3's DLC is weird because it's basically arena
Like
mode.
another example of that movie having dark humor better is that one scene remember that one scene where remember that guy Jack Horner, I think his name is, or Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, where all of his guys just
God.
get absolutely just killed. And, or I think everything with
It just, there's so many better ways to do it, and there's no reason why they had to do it like that.
Yeah, everything with Jack Horner is probably how you do dark humor, because the whole thing is that this character is an irredeemable, terrible person, but it's done in really funny ways.
Yeah, there's just so many better ways to go about it. And like, okay, my favorite thing is that they didn't let the cricket stay for too long.
Right.
Yeah,
Wears off, it gets
This
boring.
is something that happens, that they let a character stay for too long, but they let the cricket stay right up until he realized that, like, Jack was actually irredeemable, and then they got rid of the cricket, so it wouldn't just be the same joke of him saying that Jack is horrible and irredeemable, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes! Oh, there's a bonus story. Look, I'm not going to read it out loud, but I can show it. Because I hate reading. Sadly.
And yeah, it's just so much better. It's so much better. If you want to have a good laugh and get a good panic attack scene, just go.
Go watch Puss in Boots.
Yeah, and plus
Just go watch
yeah.
the movie.
And there's another animated movie that I think handled like adult topics better than Velma was Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio movie.
Well, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is a masterpiece, let's be real.
Yeah, like it was the film he had been working on since 2008.
Yeah, it's literally like 15-year film.
Yeah, it spent like over a decade in development.
You can explain why Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is great. I need to use the bathroom quick. I'll leave mics open.
And
I'm listening still, but I'm...
Okay, so first off, it actually handles its, even though, like, I think Del Toro described it best, it's not a film for children. It's a film that both, like, that's for all ages and children can enjoy it.
Oh, it's Ratatouille!
Since there's also adult topics that it focuses, but it's like meant to be a story that...
Ratatouille! That's how Ratatouille is. That's what Ratatouille is. It's not a film for children. It's a film that adults and children can enjoy. It's Ratatouille.
Yeah, that's basically what this Pinocchio movie is. It's able to tackle topics like, for example, like one of the main points that the film brings up is for, you know the story of Pinocchio, right?
Kinda.
Well, you see, one of the things it's able to focus on like these types of adult topics much better, because the main idea is this story where basically the guy who makes Pinocchio, he mainly did so because like he lost his son. And much of the film focuses on grief and him being sort of frustrated that, like, he's frustrated that he misses his son, and he's sort of frustrated that the puppet that the puppy he made that came to life, that he doesn't think that it'll ever really replace his son.
Right, and Guillermo del Toro and Pinocchio specifically is a story about it's also kind of a coming of age story because it's about Pinocchio becoming a real boy as opposed to just a puppet. So, and the fact that the film is in stop motion also is like critical to conveying that.
Yeah, and one of the things they
in a
did
way
is
that
that
even
they
the Disney really quick, sorry, in a way that even the original Disney film doesn't really capture, you know.
And one of the things they did, like one of the things, and they basically made one of the things they did is that before they had the animators animate everything, they basically had the voice act. They basically had people basically reenact their scenes from the script, video, and like recorded them so they would give the animator the reference for what it should look like and how the characters should move.
So they did it backwards. That's really interesting.
Yeah, they basically did like, okay, like you reenact these scenes how you think they would be acting and moving, and then they'll use that as a reference for when they're moving around the stop motion figures.
See, that's awesome because that reminds me of like, I'm kind of struggling through a couple of short films that I shot but didn't finish, and they're tough to edit. That reminds me, like, and that should remind everyone, like, every piece is different. Sometimes you're gonna struggle through a piece, and, like, Guillermo del Toro struggled through that piece for over 10 years. You know, so keep at your work, keep working on it, keep polishing it. It'll come out better if you take your time and make it good, is the moral I would say there.
Yeah,
and meanwhile, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio was winning like animated film of the year, like.
And it's apparently I think like Pinocchio and Puss in Boots are probably the main front runners to which I think Pinocchio is probably the one that's going to win at the Oscars.
It probably will because it's more impressive.
But you have to realize, Puss in Boots is 3D animated.
Yeah.
Yes, but also stop motion.
And I feel like that also does a lot with it because instead of really trying to do the same art style they've been doing.
I'm saying that the Oscars are unfair and are geared towards movies that look like what the public quote unquote wants or Disney adjacent movies. Movies that are 3D animated are going to win over movies that are stop motion because the Oscars don't appreciate animation in all of its forms.
And I feel like this is gonna be different because Pinocchio is probably the most well liked animated film I can like. There weren't that many
very unique. It's unique in a way.
Yeah.
And plus it's Del Toro who's won a bunch of awards before, including several Oscars.
And Guillermo del Toro is a visionary director, so like he's an artist.
Yeah,
I know, but like, it's also Del Toro.
Yeah, it's like we have the thing between a well-known and famous director or a film that's part of an established
or a well-known and famous film.
Or a film. Yeah, and I feel like they're both front runners and they're both going to be the main front runner because honestly, besides those two, there weren't that many.
There was Fruity Pinocchio. Never forget that one.
Yeah. Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
And that one was good. That one's good, ironically.
And also, strangely enough, Disney was rather silent last year.
Yeah, they were.
The only big animated movie they released was Turning Red.
But they also did all the Marvel shit.
Yeah, I mean, like specifically in terms of animation.
Yeah, but as we've established many a time on this stream, I don't care about the Marvel shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm mainly saying because, like, I'm speaking in terms of animation. Disney was pretty silent when it came to like they only released Turning Red, which was on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And then that Strange World movie, that many people saw because it barely got any marketing.
Yeah, and it was apparently mid.
It was like so we have like, and I've heard Turning Red was fine. I heard fine things about Turning. Yeah, like, but I feel like, I feel like that's the only major release or the major animated thing that Disney worked on. And it's not even really by Disney itself. It was Pixar.
What about Encanto?
Like, I mean, last year, Encanto was 2021.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I know. I thought Encanto was this year too, or last year. Sorry.
Yeah, Disney has been like Disney hasn't been. It's been a weird few years for Disney.
What the heck, dude? Did you see that quote just now? The developers just made fun of themselves in a way that I wasn't expecting. It caught me off guard. Why does it say round 1 and this looks terrible?
Yeah, like
They
so I
literally
feel
were
like
talking about the round
two
1 card.
The two front runners for best animated film of the year at the Oscars are probably either going to be Pinocchio or Pinocchio or Puss in Boots. Since those were the ones that like everyone really liked and that got a lot of attention.
Indeed.
So I remember some.
This
So I
dialogue,
remember.
though. God, it's weird hearing Drakengard 1
So
music.
I think
while-
I remember something. There was this other famous Del Toro quote where he basically said he brought up that animation isn't a genre; it's a medium, and it's an important medium.
Yeah, I agree with it. I like a lot of
We're
things. I agree with
talking
them.
about. He's talking about all this stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, Ratatouille, because those are also things that have been said by the director and about the movie Ratatouille.
I love Ratatouille. It's one of my favorite Disney films.
Yeah, right. Like he's talking the Pinocchio is a movie that's not made for children but can be enjoyed by adults and children. And I'm like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
like
think-
Ratatouille.
Yeah, 'cause
And,
I
he's like,
feel like-
and the director said that animation isn't a genre; it's a medium. And I was like, yeah, like the director of Ratatouille.
Because I feel like this is something that most animators do agree on, and like this is something that should be acknowledged by studios.
Yeah, I'm just very specifically pointing out the director of Ratatouille because these are like quote for quotes the same things that the director of Ratatouille said. Del
one of-
Toro is literally ripping off the director of Ratatouille.
Oh, Brad Bird.
Yeah, Brad Bird.
I love Ratatouille so much. So
He hasn't done many. His last
Ratatouille is
movie,
such a good movie.
the last movie he did was
There's
in
only
2018.
one bit in Ratatouille. There's only one part in Ratatouille that isn't the best, and it's the chase scene. Other than that,
yeah, the
perfect
chase scene
movie.
is But even
there
that's
hasn't
not
been
bad. It's just
It's
There
just
has-
Other than the chase scene, absolutely perfect.
He hasn't done that many movies. His last movie was in 2018. It was Incredibles 2.
Guys, are you reading this dialogue right now?
Oh yeah, they're
I
making.
know I'm.
Yeah, we're
I'm
making
writing
fart
a
jokes.
fan fiction.
Did someone leave? Oh.
No, it was just the Discord thing. What is this dialogue, dude? I kind of love it for how stupid it is. It's like this whole game. But the dragon is legitimately fun right now. This is fun. I love when they do the dragon like semi on the ground like this. It's really fun to just like do this like jumping around and spinning, and like the ground pound.
And also
Boom.
something I also one of the things I also didn't realize until I saw it was that the film actually that Pinocchio has a really good cast.
Ah, yeah.
You know what's a joke I heard someone make in a video about it? So one of the
go for it.
villains in Pinocchio is voiced by Christoph Waltz.
Ooh. And he's a great.
And someone made a joke like, I know how this version is set during World War II. So Del Toro's Pinocchio is set during World War II, and someone made a joke about how I guess Christoph Waltz and fascist Europeans really do go hand in hand. Yeah, so I feel like the bigger thing with, and plus the guy who's currently running HBO and Warner Brothers also canceled a bunch of other animated projects.
Indeed.
I think, like,
Hey,
tax
I
write-off-
greenlit Velma.
Yeah,
but-
for like a tax write-off.
Oh, I imagine.
The same reason why he also canceled the Batgirl movie.
That's great. I'm glad that they're canceling stuff people actually want and giving us things no one wants.
And like, I'm not sure how these projects, but it feels like there's this thing about like a bunch like. And funny enough, Velma was apparently is still the most viewed series on HBO Max.
Yeah, because everyone's hate watching it like us.
It did better than both House of the Dragon and The Last of Us.
Wait, really? Better than The
Yeah.
Last of Us? Even though The Last of Us is like winning.
It somehow did better than The Last of Us adaptation.
Even though The Last of Us is doing really well.
Yeah, like
People
let me
it.
just try to confirm it. The Last of. Oh yeah, Velma sees. It spiked the its views spiked by 127%.
What? I guess people are hate watching it like us. But
at least
yeah,
we're not
what a great
using it,
honor.
yeah.
What a great honor.
Oh yeah, here it is. So it has been revealed that that Velma has secured the second spot on this week's ranking for the most in-demand new shows, placing a bit higher than HBO's The Last of Us.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yes. So now, so
That's
we're
sad.
So imagine if The Last of Us gets canceled and they decide to make Velma season 2.
No, season 2 was confirmed for The Last of Us. I
And
saw
plus,
a
even
news
though-
article about it.
And plus, even though The
There's
Last of Us is
also, season 2 confirmed for Velma, by the way.
Great.
Ryan,
plus-
you sound so mad.
Because I hate it. I literally despise it now.
I've never heard Ryan sound this upset before.
the only time I've heard
You know
Ryan
me,
sound-
I have a lot of patience, Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard you sound this angry over something that I kind of find a little bit inoffensive. And you're just like mad as fuck.
Yeah,
It's
because
a
it's like a
reverse-
waste
it's
of time.
opposite day situation. It's an opposite day situation. Ryan is mad as fuck and Miles is just kind of okay with it.
Yeah, that was literally the reverse of the Drakengard playthrough.
Yeah. Velma is reverse Drakengard.
Never thought I'd hear Velma compared to Drakengard, but only on my stream. Except Drakengard 3 is, we both agree, mid.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm playing now, and it is definitely more fun than the first. The first is definitely a bit of a slog. I never denied that it was a slog.
Velma and Drakengard have the same entertainment value for most of it.
In that they're a slog, yeah.
Yeah.
Except Drakengard, at least, like, I could appreciate what they were doing with it. I don't appreciate a single thing in Velma.
That too. I feel like I haven't said this on stream. I do play up how much I hate that game for the camera because,
Because it's funny. I mean, it is.
yeah, and like work, fashion baby. You know, I gotta be the angry guy on camera because that's the funny joke. That's the
Yeah.
funny joke.
Well, yeah.
Miles.
This is all. Even though we are being ourselves, we're all being kind of hyperbolic because it's entertainment. Yeah.
So I don't actually hate Drakengard that much, but like the tone of your voice, you sound like you genuinely.
I haven't heard
Velma.
Ryan this upset. Ryan doesn't sound this upset unless he's talking about Marvel movies.
Unless I'm talking. Yeah, Marvel movie. See, here's the thing. I guess I'm not that upset. I just was really offended by like the past two episodes. I wasn't that mad the first time we watched Velma either. So.
You just really weren't. You just really fucking hated it tonight.
Well, yeah, because I was having fun playing this game, kind of. And then I just heard this annoying noise in the background. It like that's what it was like. It was like in my ear. Just
So much of the show feel something else I sort of find not funny. Another joke from episode 5 is the joke
also,
about
what's
how
up? Who joined? Yeah.
It's
Tara.
Oh, hi,
Tara's
Tara.
back.
Hello. Mwah.
Right.
What were you saying, Camera?
Is that like one of the things that I noticed about is like that one joke that I feel that I've just been trying to comprehend is like they decide to stop giving all the hot teenage girls police guards because the hot teenage girls are sexually harassing the
God,
police
It's
guards.
so weird. When
Yeah,
you-
that was so icky.
Because
I hate
sexual
it.
harassment is funny when it happens to guys.
even though it's actually arguably
Given what I said before about Mindy Kaling, maybe she does find that funny.
and it's so terrible because like you know it's like that
It
exact
felt like the message they were trying to go for was like, don't
Family
let
Guy
the creepy old men get to you or something.
Well, yeah,
Family-
but here's the problem though. It's like it's that exact mentality that leads like guys to not speak up when they're assaulted in that manner because it's like men should be able to take it, you know, and it's like
Okay,
No, they
I think the
shouldn't.
joke. I think the joke is that the police presence being pushed back and they don't want it. It would be the students because they don't want to be monitored, but actually it's the police because the attractive hot students are all really into the. See, it falls apart after the first chunk.
yeah, because then you
Like-
realize how weird it is.
Yeah. It's not weird. This would be significantly less weird if they were just like 20.
Yeah, if they were 20, it would be kind of funny actually,
And so Brent-
because it'd be
I
like
was-
haha assault. That like that's so
It
stupid.
would also the same goes for that damn strip club scene.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
then
that
if they
would-
were
that would've
20,
been-
that
that
would
would've
be
been-
fine.
That would make sense if they were 20.
It would have
Yeah,
been
if
mean.
Velma's,
It would have
like,
been
20
crude,
and she-
but you know that's the humor. That's
You
the
know
sense
what?
of
You
humor.
know what? You know what? Even if Velma is just 18, and that's the joke that her dad took her to a strip club, and then she's stripping because she wants to get her dad's attention. If she's 18, that is immediately way like more acceptable and more funny.
Yeah, because you know it's like, oh, my dad took me to a script club because I asked for my 18th birthday. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, because I wanted like the joke is that they went to the same restaurant they went to when she was a kid, right? And then, but the restaurant is now a strip club, right? So if she's like 18 or 20, the joke is that it's been so long, and also her dad took her to a strip club.
Yeah, which is ridiculous and would never happen, or should
So-
never
Yeah.
happen.
So,
Why
So
did the
Ryan-
game crash? Yeah.
I was gonna mention we're talking about when you're talking about like men getting sexually harassed or
It happens less often, to
Yeah.
be fair, but like it's
it
still
was
bad.
just reminding me of something that I did read about a while ago.
Yeah.
So you know who Brendan Fraser is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
So like in 2018 he spoke out about getting sexually assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on,
Right.
I'll be back in a second.
All right.
I need to get some water. My mouth is drier than the humor in Velma.
That was a good one. That was a good joke.
Oh, that's funny.
you.
That's funny.
Thank you.
Alright.
I'm here all the week. I'm here all the week.
So anyway, so he spoke. So in 2018, he spoke out about basically he
Tempo
got
microwave.
sexually assaulted by one of the people, by one of the main people who runs the Golden Globes,
Yeah.
and apparently him due to these accusations, he was given many they sort of stopped casting him in a lot of movies for a while because of this, and recently when he
Because he
returned
was
to act.
assaulted.
No, mainly because he spoke out about getting assaulted by someone who was really big in the entertainment industry, who basically was then
Sounds familiar. A certain
it was-
Weinstein comes. To
with the same stuff that was happening with where after he spoke out, he just stopped getting movie roles
Yeah.
because, and then eventually he recently returned to acting last year.
Hi.
And he returned to acting last year, and apparently he did get nominated for, but he didn't want to attend the Golden Globes because, like I said, the person who had assaulted him was one of the people who runs that.
Yeah.
Well, who did run that, but he got kicked out.
Wait,
Well,
what
now
happened?
he got. Brendan
So-
Fraser was a man who got sexually assaulted.
By some big Hollywood guy, and then then after he spoke out, he stopped getting he sort of stopped getting a lot of major roles.
And we were using that to describe like how joking about men getting sexually assaulted is also really cringe, and you shouldn't do it. And unless it's like there might be a way to make it funny, but like
Family Guy also tried to make
sexually
it.
assault someone, if he's being like sexually harassing someone, and then he gets like sexually harassed by a gay guy, so funny. That's the shit.
That's what I mean. That could be funny, but like.
That happens in real life. There's
then again-
stories about that. There's stories about that. You're at a bar,
Oh, it's
right?
just
And this
like,
guy starts like harassing a woman, and then the gay eagle swoops down and starts dancing with him.
Then again,
And the
then
guy
ag-
doesn't know what to do, and he leaves. That's funny.
So then again, that funny. Like, this is not fun. Yeah, this is not funny. I shouldn't be saying that's basically what Kevin Spacey's excuse was when the accusations against him were piling up.
Yeah.
Is that he used the opportunity. Like, a bunch of men were coming out and saying that he had sexually assaulted them, and he used that as the opportunity to come out as gay.
It's like, there's people who are, it's the same argument that like weird like molesters make. It's like, oh, I'm not a predator, or like, I don't know, like the arguments about like pedophilia or whatever. It's like you don't have to be attracted to the people you're assaulting. That's
Yeah,
not really
it's a
how it
power.
works.
Yeah, it's a power.
They
thing.
get they're creeps for. I mean, we call them creeps for a reason. I mean.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so I was mentioning how like the excuse of being the thing
I also
about.
don't know how much longer I want to talk about assault. To be honest.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine. We opened.
Yeah,
that
I just
door,
felt like
but
that was
maybe
the launch.
final
I just-
thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, so I.
It's okay, Tara. I'm here.
Yeah, so I'm sorry for bringing that up. I just wanted to discuss why I guess I felt that scene was.
I'm just a bit sleepy. I want.
It's okay. I won't be streaming much longer if that's your question. I'll attempt Omega Ridley a little bit. We'll probably beat him tomorrow on stream. But I'll attempt him so I can learn his patterns some more again. On hard playthrough hyper mode. So I won't be live much longer, Tara. It's okay. I'm getting tired too. Because I have to get up early tomorrow.
You know what I find? You know what's something I find funny
Yeah.
that I think I learned about last year. Basically,
What?
I feel like there are a lot better adult Scooby-Doo parodies than.
Oh,
So
like
one of
you
the
mean on YouTube
yeah, like the
or whatever?
Scooby. You know what's one of the things that I also so apparently there was this like short that it's an animated short that Cartoon Network released.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and go. Call me whenever, bye.
Okay,
I love you.
I will. Love you too. I promise I won't be
Bye.
longer than like 30 more minutes.
Bye.
Okay.
See
I
you,
just joined
Tara.
another server and I want to hang out on there. So.
Alright, see you in a bit. Mwah.
Ah.
So basically, there was a TV special that it was like a short film that Cartoon Network released in the 90s.
Yes.
It was for a you know what it was called, the Scooby-Doo Project.
I actually don't remember that.
It's the joke so it's basically, it features a lot the then current Scooby-Doo voice cast, and it was aired on Cartoon Network. And the joke of it is that it's the Blair Witch Project, but with the Scooby-Doo cast.
I've seen that. I've seen the Scooby-Doo project. It was so good.
Yeah, the joke is that it's just the Blair Witch Project, but instead of the characters in that.
The Scooby-Doo cast. Literally, it was okay. The Scooby-Doo project was really good, actually.
Yeah. I mean, that
And it was
sounds
the-
funny. That sounds
And it was a
funny.
better. And it was a.
I'm gonna link to that.
Oh, God.
The Scooby-Doo project. You can find it on YouTube. It's a 1999 live-action / animated hybrid Halloween special.
Oh, it didn't shoot him out of the sky?
Yeah, and it
That's good to
basically
know.
it has the same found footage style that
Yeah.
like. And it's just
And
it's the found footage on live
I
action.
love everything about the Scooby-Doo project.
Yeah, so how
Look
does
at
that?
the fucking dog on the thumbnail. Look at it.
Yeah, and it's a better like adult Scooby-Doo project than.
Literally.
And they actually do blend like animation and live action. and there are some really funny moments in it.
No, the thing is so good, genuinely. I don't even want to spoil it. I don't want you to keep talking about it because I want Ryan to watch it.
Yeah, do you want me to pull it up or?
Well, we're not watching it right now, just because.
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
have...
but I want Ryan. I don't want any spoilers for it or any like in-depth discussion because I really, really want Ryan to watch it. It's super good.
I'll just put it in
Did I miss both?
I sent it already.
Ooh, okay, we got to the second phase. The problem is this third phase is really brutal.
Yeah, so Ryan, you've seen the Blair Witch Project before, I assume.
Yeah, it's a classic.
So you know what's something I don't think I have talked to you about? Since even though, speaking of the Blair Witch
Damn
Project,
it. Yes?
what are your thoughts on
Damn
found
it.
footage horror?
I think found footage is a great genre, or subgenre of or like aesthetic genre of horror. I think that the problem is that they try to bend the rules too much nowadays when they do it, where they like, oh frick, I'm messing up. They bend the rules too much. The rule is it all has to be found footage. You can't just change genre, and sometimes they do that.
Okay, that could work.
It
But
could,
only
but
if
it
it's-
has to be in an act structure. It has to be narrative driven. It can't just be
Yeah.
because it's easier to tell the story.
Yeah, one of the
My
things is
brain
that
thinks that would work if we had like bits of found footage in between, like
Yeah,
present, like camera shot movie things, right?
yeah, that's good.
People
That's
going through the exact same situation than the guy who had the found footage camera goes through, right? And so we see what happens to him, right? And he walks through the same places, and we see what happens to him, and then we're on edge as we watch our characters like go through the same thing, right?
that's actually not too dissimilar to what the first found footage movie. Because
The Blair
the thing
Witch
is,
Project, yeah.
the first found footage movie was made in like the 80s, and it did that where it basically presented the found footage scenes as flashbacks.
Yeah, but then the Blair Witch Project happened.
Yeah, and like it was called Cannibal Holocaust, and it was like an 80s horror movie that was about cannibalism, and
Yeah.
and it presented like flashbacks to like the events before the movie in found footage form, and it's considered the original example of the found footage horror movie.
Ah.
And also funny and given that like this was a new style of filmmaking, the director was apparently arrested because the police thought that he actually killed his actors, and like the found footage stuff was real.
They thought it was a serial killer movie. Like
They thought it was they thought that he released a snuff film.
Yeah, yeah, a snuff film. That's
So he had to then demonstrate the practical effects that went into the death scenes and bring in his actors to show that they were in fact still alive.
I mean, that guy is brilliant in that sense. Then, I mean, he created a genre of movie. I mean, that's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, and then eventually another found footage movie that I actually learned about in a film class I took was called The Last Broadcast, which came out a year before the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
And it's less found footage and more mockumentary.
Yeah, mockumentary.
But it's still a horror movie filmed in like the found footage. And it was also the first major film to be shot entirely on a digital camera.
Mm.
And that's mainly why we talked about it in my film class.
Yeah.
And then it didn't really get that much attention because it was overshadowed. It was actually a major influence on the Blair Witch Project, since it's also about a film crew that went on some expedition into the woods to find some kind of supernatural creature.
Yeah.
So it has a pretty similar story to the Blair Witch Project.
Mm-hmm. This is Ridley's weirdest boss fight ever, dude. It's so strange, like just the way he attacks and everything. Like this move here. His music is weird too. I kind of love it for that, but it's also strange. And you know, Ridley's the recurring Metroid villain, so he's in like every game.
My God.
Ow.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. I'm
What?
on Tumblr. I'm on Tumblr. I refresh my dash. Look what I see. Well, other than that, Miss Kennedy, how was the drive, right? And then somebody was that Miss with an R, and then somebody responds, "Oh, it's Miss without an R." Did you get it?
Yeah. Oh wait, I wasn't expecting him to do that. Frick. I might need to go get more energy tanks for this boss fight, dude. Because literally one mistake costs me a whole energy tank, and the energy tanks get taken off because I have to use hyper mode to hurt him. So I don't know if this is.
Just learned
fair.
that in Spanish, a chihuahua is a chihuahua, a chihuahua,
For someone who actually,
chihuahua.
as someone who actually does have a chihuahua, that's accurate.
A chihuahua.
Why am I not able to do that anymore? Damn it.
How do you say that? How do you say that? How do you say
Damn it.
chihuahua?
I don't know.
Chihuahua?
I have no idea, sorry.
Hold on.
Oh god,
Ban
they're coming for me. These fireballs.
to English. How do you say that? Google, help me. How do I say that?
Come on, Ridley, let me hurt you. Why am I not able to destroy that anymore?
It's a chihuahua. That is so cute.
Okay. I'm about to die, though. God, that armor is so brutal. I do like how weird his theme is in this boss fight. Because the Ridley theme, obviously, they're using. But it's like off key, like its rhythm is different, which is unique. Dun 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 dun. That's like a different note progression than usual. Ah! Took off all my health. Ah, I messed up. Oh, okay, we can dodge that. I need to get better at dodging that if I
No,
chance
it's
make a
something
mistake
you
with-
probably don't remember.
What?
There was actually a new Paranormal Activity movie released in
What?
2021.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, they released that's
Probably
Paranormal
sucked,
Activity
didn't
7.
Didn't it suck?
Yeah,
Probably sucked.
It's a reboot. It's like not really a sequel. It's more of a reboot because it doesn't really follow. It's new characters.
A bit paranormal reactivity.
That's actually
And
clever.
despite this film despite the 7th film not getting bad reviews, we're still getting Paranormal Activity 8.
Yeah, because
They should
but it's
call
not
it
about
paranormal
reviews. It's about
reactivity. Okay, you guys can have that. Y'all can have paranormal reactivity. Call it that. It would be so funny. Like, capitalize the R and capitalize the A too. Reactivity. It'll be so cool.
That sounds like a series that would just react to the Paranormal Activity movies. No, it's a shame because the first movie is actually pretty good.
Yeah, the first movie is great.
Yeah, it's a shame that the director of that film has only made one other movie in his entire career.
Oh god.
Yeah, his most.
Oh
after
god.
that, he
Oh
mostly.
god. Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm reacting to the
that-
game. Oh god. What is he doing?
You okay, Ryan?
You see how terrifying it is. Look at my health.
Yeah.
Jesus.
After Paranormal
I
Activity,
can't even attack him in this state.
his main thing has just been at producing the other sequels, and he only directed one other movie about another horror movie.
Mm,
And you want to know what it was about?
What?
what?
It's a found footage movie about people raiding
Damn
Area
it.
51.
Yeah.
And it was made several. Yeah, it was made several.
Okay.
Yeah, his own.
Dude.
The director.
So,
apparently the most interesting Paranormal Activity movie. I seen a video where somebody watched like all of the Paranormal Activity movies. It was by Pretty Much It. They watched all the movies.
Yeah.
Apparently the best one is the one where it's Mexicans. The Mexicans in Paranormal Activity, and like the start of the movie is just them dicking around forever. It looks so much fun. I would genuinely watch like the start of that movie and not the rest of it. It looks so much fun.
Yeah, and then eventually in the end, and that's also the one that introduces time travel into the Paranormal Activity.
That's
franchise,
really-
Yeah, I saw that.
which
It
is
was wild.
which is then carried over into the next movie.
Yeah, but basically, there was like they were doing like skateboard tricks in the Paranormal Activity movie.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
really
that's-
silly.
yeah, that's it's called the his. I think they refer to that as the Hispanic spinoff
Yeah,
The
the Hispanic
Hispanic
Paranormal
spin-off.
Activity.
because it's
spin-off.
instead of the original characters in those movies, instead follows a group of Hispanic people dealing with demons and shit.
The problem
and
is
the
I
other-
wouldn't put it past
Hispanic
Hollywood
people-
to, despite their virtue signaling, make it like a super racially like insensitive movie.
No, it wasn't like that though.
That's good. I'm glad because I was scared that
Yeah,
it was.
and like at the end of the movie, like when like one of like their friend who was possessed by the demon is taken by like these cultists or something, they go with like their friends with shotguns and like
Yeah.
and machine guns to take out the cultist. And it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Literally, they do what people of color do, and they just brought some fucking. Literally, they just fucking brought some guns.
Yeah.
That's what
Ugh.
people of color do. We're not fucking around with that shit.
Yeah.
Maybe the other movies would have been over instantly if that
they
happened.
just shot
Yeah,
the ghost.
Okay. Okay, so essentially, it's just like the beginning of them, the beginning of the movie is just them fucking around. And like, I remember very specifically, there was one where like the guy did like a magic trick or some shit.
Because he's possessed by the demon or something.
No, it was the beginning of the movie. He did some like crazy shit. It was like, it was some kind of like superhero trick, right? And like that was the most interesting part of the movie. I really genuinely liked watching them like mess around.
I'll try to take advantage of being in hyper mode right now.
Like it was just good. The movie is just good.
Damn it, this isn't gonna work. Damn it, that's
Yeah,
taking me
yeah.
out of hyper mode. Ugh.
I'm trying to think
Oh,
of
that
some
actually
other.
kind of worked. Okay, hold on.
I was trying to think of I was like.
There we go.
There's some other found footage there's this one other found footage movie called Apollo 18.
Oh yeah, that one's scary, isn't it?
It's the one that's basically just found footage alien.
Yeah, but that's good. I like that idea.
And but some people it basically claims that the reason why NASA shut down the Apollo program was because they found aliens.
Well, I mean, you can claim any sort of wacky thing in a
Yeah.
fiction movie.
And someone people have sort of brought up one of the flaws with the movie is like if this footage was shot like on the moon, how exactly did NASA find it?
Well, I mean, it's fiction. I'm willing to grant that. It's an alternate reality where, holy shit, that charge attack, dude. That literally took
And
up
then
a whole
the
energy tank.
Ghost Dimension came out, and the CGI was actual dog horse shit. Paranormal. The Ghost Dimension.
They decided to and said, "Hey, why don't we actually?" They
Yo, who's
decided
this?
to be
Who
like,
joined?
"It's Elliot."
Oh, it's
Hi,
hi,
Elliot.
hi, Elliot. I'm fighting Ridley.
We're talking about Paranormal Activity.
As I try to fight Omega Ridley and fail.
Yeah,
I
so
was
one
in
of
a
the-
VC with some other people earlier, and I talked with
Why is he
a
doing
4chan forced feminization AI chatbot, but all I did was talk about Berserk with it. I was just like, "Hey, do you like Berserk?" And the fucking bot was like, "Nah, but I've heard of it. I've read like a couple
Wait.
of the light novels." And I was like, "Bitch, there are no light novels, you fucking poser."
What are your thoughts on? Hey, I can I ask something, Elliot.
Yeah, what is it?
Are you familiar with the? Let me just look it up. Let's see. The
With
the
what?
the Castlevania Netflix series.
I'm aware of it, but I haven't watched it.
I remember hearing something about how the guy who makes that apparently said he wanted to do a Berserk series.
Interesting.
Not sure how that would pan out.
Well, I've heard good things about the Castlevania series, so who knows?
So what? I want to talk about some guy I
Damn
also
it.
met before. You know how I've talked about this one guy who's apparently a big Zack Snyder fan, Ryan.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that guy
No,
anymore.
I'm just gonna
'cause-
talk about another. I'm just gonna talk about
Okay.
another bad thing he said since
Sure.
Elliot mentioned.
Is
Berserk.
it not mentioning Zack Snyder?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
Yes.
Do we have to talk about
He
Zack
basi-
Snyder again?
Yeah. No, it's
Fine.
not.
Okay.
He basically said that he said he was a fan of this one other anime called Elfen Lied, and he said that that's better than Berserk.
I don't know about that anime.
Alpha, what now?
It's an anime from the it's an edgy anime from the early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I found it.
What's it look like?
Looks very disinteresting.
Yeah, it's an anime that from that most people remember because hey, nostalgia.
Break him out of that.
Because the 2000s.
Damn it. Oh. Come on.
Funny enough, the anime television series was made by a studio called Studio Guts.
Yeah, as in like the character from Berserk.
Yeah,
The studio was also before they made Elfen Lied, one of the main studios that did it. They were mainly known for one other thing:
What?
porn.
That's good.
Sick.
And Elfen Lied was their first
Damn it!
attempt at
Sorry.
like a
Sorry.
regular
I hate when I miss that attack.
And so Elfen Lied is mostly just remembered because it's edgy and violent and very 2000s.
Yeah.
Cool.
And apparently this
kinda
guy's
like
saying
the
that,
first Drakengard.
yeah, and apparently he's saying that this is better at doing a dark story than Berserk.
Oh, that's why he's able to.
So Elliot, what do you
Doing it
think of?
faster.
What do you have to say about Berserk?
I like Berserk. I watch more YouTube analysis videos about Berserk than I do read Berserk.
Or
to be
watch its
honest,
anime.
'cause-
Doesn't it have an anime?
It has
It
a few
has
anime.
It has a couple animes, but I don't watch them.
Since a lot
One, because one of them is terrible. Two, I just don't care enough.
and I think
Should
it's
read the
because
Metroid manga.
I think it's
Yeah.
because none of the animes have really been able to capture the manga from what I heard.
I heard the 1997 one was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that's the only one I heard pretty good things about.
The Golden Age movies I heard were like, yeah, they're all right, I guess.
And then
we
the
know what people think of Berserk 2016.
What? It's
Clang.
terrible?
Yeah, it's terrible. Dude, the sword sound effect is like the Saint Anger Snare of anime sound effects.
Really? Why would they do that?
Yes.
Why would they think that's good?
It sounds like it's literally like a loud ass. It's so loud it peaks.
maybe they
distorts,
didn't
it
think it was
clips.
good and they just like had to do it that way.
I don't know, but it clips. It actually clips.
At least you can break him out of that like tail swing move that he does by like screw attacking.
Anyways, the reason why I watch more analysis videos about Berserk than I do read Berserk is I have really, really bad media literacy. I'm not good at reading. I don't.
and
think.
maybe it might be better to wait until the manga actually ends
Nah, I'm good.
because the manga has been going
Plus,
on
I'll be
since
waiting with you.
it's been going on since the 80s.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like One
got
Piece.
long-ass
like,
hiatuses.
Oh, wait for One Piece to finish. It'll never finish.
Yeah, it's basically that, but worse because and also the original author died I think a year or two ago,
To me, that
Yeah.
would be when Berserk ends. is
and
when
they got a new author to work on it.
Well, they didn't get a new author. They just got a new artist. They're still gonna
Yeah.
use his ideas.
But they're still using his stuff because he wrote down stuff that would happen, so they're just getting a new artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically, they're basically just getting a new artist in studio. I don't think he wrote it down, but he got
Why
like,
didn't that
but like
hurt him?
his best, but it's like his best friend.
I need
who, like,
more
who's
energy.
supervising it.
I need
Who's-
more
who's
energy
like-
tanks to do this.
Who's like
There's
told
no
him
way.
about just about near everything about Berserk or what's gonna happen in Berserk. So like, I have faith. It still kind of sucks we still won't be able to get like Kentaro Miura's like vision from the man himself, but like, I'm glad they're being as faithful as they can be.
You want to tell Ryan what Berserk is about?
Damn.
Nah, it's a bit hard to, not gonna lie.
To tell what it's about.
It's a bit,
There's
yeah.
no-
I've only sent Miles like a couple panels from Berserk, but I like cherry picked them. Because like I've only sent Miles like chestnut puck.
Yeah. All I know is the whimsical creature and Puck.
Yeah, he
Well,
he
Puck
only
is-
knows Schnoz and Puck.
Puck is
Schnoz
iconic,
and Puck,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, Schnoz and Puck. He does. He,
Fuck, I
he
was
knows
looking for that
nothing
image you
else.
sent me on my birthday because it made me happy, and fucking Brandon is turning 7.
What?
The other thing that most people I think know about Berserk is that it also was an inspiration for Dark Souls.
It was also an inspiration for Drakengard, funny enough.
Oh my God! Right. Okay, so I sent Miles like PS2
Whoa.
ad I found that it says in real life Guts and Lara would play with each other, not with you. And I was like, no, he wouldn't. He would never fuck any other woman. That's my wording.
A
And Miles
PS2
misheard.
ad?
And Miles, because the PS, I don't know, an ads for something from that era. Anyways.
It was an ad
Mouse-
for Real Life Sucks. Go to www.gamedealer.com.
Yeah, it was a game dealer ad, and I was like, in
$10
real
off
life.
every order.
Yeah, it was like Guts and Lara wouldn't play with you. They would play with each other. No, they wouldn't. Guts would never fuck any other woman. But because Miles didn't know Guts had a girlfriend who he was very loyal to, so it sounded the way I worded it made it sound like Guts was a woman.
Yeah, I was
Guts
like, I
is
love
not
how
a
the
lesbian.
I love how the emphasizing in this makes it sounds like Guts is a woman.
Oh
Guts
god,
would
this
never
third phase
fuck
is so
another
brutal, guys.
Guts is not a lesbian.
This third phase
How
always
dare you.
screws me. Because he flies
Ow.
around like this, and I can't hurt him, and he just
That
hits
really
me.
sucks for you.
I
Is
need
that
to
an
get...
alien dragon?
Yeah, it's Ridley.
Yeah.
You've never
it's
seen
Ridley.
Ridley
Oh,
from
cool.
Metroid?
I know Ridley. Oh, I didn't hear his name when you said it. I'm stupid.
It's fine. So Mega
Anyway.
Gus
Ridley.
would never fuck any other woman. Casca would never let him.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
she
get...
is not
I need
great.
more energy. I need more energy tanks
She would
to do this.
never.
Let me scour
She
for
would
some
never
energy
let
tanks,
her
and then I'll
girlfriend
end.
fuck
And I
him.
was like, his boyfriend, insert a picture of his girlfriend, and he sent a picture of Casca, and I was like, his boyfriend would never let him be a dirty lesbian. She would never. She is not Drake.
She is not Drake. She's not nearly as
And then,
lesbian
like,
as him.
exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
And it wasn't like exclamation point as in like text it was like the emoji exclamation point.
Yeah, it was
That's
fucking,
good.
like 2 emojis.
That's
it was
good.
so good.
That's funny.
Yeah. Also, Casca's skin is not nearly as light as Drake's.
Nah.
No.
She
Drake is,
is
like,
not
infamously-
Drake.
Drake is like infamously light skinned. I don't. He just is.
Drake is like literally like Drake is so light skinned that he don't even look black. He look like Arabic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
If
he
you
doesn't
told
look
me
black.
that Drake was Arabic, I'd immediately believe you.
Yeah. Same.
And it's not like that's not even like, you know, like a diss against Arabic people or anything. He just don't I'm blacker
just-
than Drake is.
Yeah.
I'm the
objective
color
information.
I'm the color of like a latte and I'm blacker than Drake is.
Yeah. Yeah. And although I will say that one image I sent of Casca to you whitewashed her a bit. Not gonna lie.
Hmm.
It's
Then I-
fine.
It's
You
fine.
can still tell. You can still tell that she's black, and I'm
Yeah,
happy enough with that.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a black and white image. What is he supposed to do?
That's fair.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to convey more nuanced. Like, if
Especially
if the
because-
person's
Yeah, it
not
is.
like black, it's hard to convey. Like,
Exactly, because her skin tone and then her cape has to be darker than her skin tone. But if he makes her cape too dark, then he can't show this cool line detail that he doing, right?
yeah.
I could have
so
sent
it's
you a
hard to
I could have
tell,
sent
yeah.
you like a colored in image of Kasuga, but I couldn't fucking find a good one for the goddamn life of me.
Time to do some item hunting,
Fucking frolickers, man.
just for a little bit.
Fucking frolickers. What is all
Also-
those frolickers? Okay,
I'll do
I found
item
I
hunting
found a
for like the
screen cap
final
from
little
that.
bit of the
I
stream.
found a screen cap
Also-
from the anime.
Also, another thing is it also apparently was inspired stuff like Final Fantasy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, Berserk has inspired many things. Many things. Multiple different franchises.
Ah. There we go. Alright. So I need more energy tanks to fight Omega Ridley on this difficulty. I don't know if it's possible because I have to enter hyper mode to hurt him, but hyper mode also takes off health.
Oh my.
So not completely sure. Oh.
Oh, Miles is DMing me. The anime screen cap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
On-
the
on
90s anime
this
has a really
difficulty.
the 90s anime has a really catchy dumb theme song,
Oh yeah, the opening song.
which is a lot more happy and,
Put your
and upbeat.
glasses on.
Yeah, it's a lot of bad like a lot of trash. Like it's the Japanese singer singing in English.
But like poor, like broken. Like it's not.
Yeah, broken English.
Which is cool sometimes.
And also it doesn't reflect the anime at all because the anime is not fun.
Yeah, the anime's intense.
No, it
yeah.
is not.
It's intense and dark and basically the 90s anime was based on an arc that ends really fucked up.
Really dark. Yeah, really messed. It's really messed up. Ending.
Yeah,
You ever heard of the Eclipse? That.
yeah. Well, yeah, I know Berserk
The one where
inspired
the-
a lot of things I like.
The one where that little red egg starts screaming.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Which, fun fact, there's also a war metal band that shares a name with that little red egg, the Beharit. They call it Behelit. They call it Behelit in the English translations, but I'm pretty sure the original name is Beharit. Anyways,
Ah, I
did
see what you're
Beharit get its did Beharit get its name from the little red egg from Berserk? Probably not. They probably got it from the Syriac translation of Satan, but still.
And maybe that's where Berserk got it from.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or as Puck, or as Chestnut Puck likes to call it, Betchy. I'm not too entirely sure why he does, but he does. Do
I
not
like the-
question Puck's ways.
I like the way you said that. I'm not entirely too sure. I don't know why I like that, but I do.
Well, I sent Miles a picture of anime Casca, and he fucking said, "I understand why he can't be a dirty lesbian." I mean, Casca bad. What can I say?
And besides that, like the 90s anime also has a really good soundtrack.
Oh yeah,
Besides
you know that song, that one song that you sometimes hear in memes that goes dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's from that.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classique. I hate that wasn't an energy tank.
I kind of don't like that it's been memed, not gonna lie, but I think the meme is dead, so it's okay now.
It's
My
like
brain
Morbius.
recognizes the noises that you made, but I don't know what I recognize. I don't know what it sounds like, but my brain knows that I know what that is.
It knows
Yeah,
that you
it's
know what
Guts'
that is.
it's Guts' theme.
It knows
Literally just
that I
called
should
Guts.
know. I know that I should know what that is. It's like whenever somebody talks about a cartoon you used to watch as a kid, and you like should know, but you just like don't.
Yeah.
The good thing about going through most of the game trying your hardest not to pick up new items is that there's items everywhere because you didn't pick them up. However, this game is not like the other two in that the main way of attacking certain enemies is tied to your health, so I don't feel too guilty about doing this. Which is it's a cool mechanic, but it doesn't lend itself well to trying to get as few items as possible.
Yeah.
No one likes this game. This game is good, though. That's the thing. It's another good game that you all are like, oh, I don't even play good games. Here's a good game.
Sorry.
I'm teasing, mostly.
I think I gotta go shower. I'll probably be...
Alright. I think that's an energy tank that's in that room. I remember this. In the Hatcher room. What's this room called? Metroid Creek.
Yeah, I'm
Metro... Alright. Metroid Creek? Creek? What is that word? Creesh. Strange word. I don't see that one in common parlance. There's Project Dread, right over there. Metroid Dread. Metroid Dread, like 10 years early. Alright, up we go. But yeah, I'll gather... Oh my god, we're almost been live for 4 hours. I need to head off. I'll get a few of these items and then I'll call it because I need to get up early tomorrow. And we have another stream tomorrow, so... We don't have to beat Omegle Ridley today. Laugh at my pun. Yeah, over here is a spider ball track, but there's 500 Metroids. Keep phasing through my thing. Finally, go hyper mode, kill him. Alright. Where do we go? How do we get up there? Do I have to do this? Wait, this just leads to the bomb slot. Oh wait, no it doesn't. There we go. Oh, and there's an energy tank. Good. I guess right. If we get like 2 more energy tanks, I should be able to do it. The Omega Ridley fight. It should be able to beat him. Whoa! Why'd I fall out? So I can get the energy tank here. I don't know if there's any more on the Pirate Homeworld. I can't remember. So if I get this one and one more, that should be enough. Alright. Now let's actually drop off properly that time. There we go. Actually, I know there's one on Brio. We can go over to Brio and get it. But that'll be tomorrow. Just get this one. And am I... Yep. Perfectly straight. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's what I like. Okay. Okay. So now... that takes us to the command center. I'm just trying to figure out what the optimal way is here. I guess I could go to that save station over there just so that we can end it, because I do need to go to bed. And I need to call Tara. So, since we need to end the stream, we'll start with Metroid Prime 3 tomorrow. That way I can hopefully get another energy tank and then beat Omega Ridley. That'd be great. Doot, 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 doot.
Sorry we went quiet.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
reading fan fiction to put off writing fan fiction.
That's everyone. That's me with every creative project. I'm doing X to not do it.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
I'm gonna call it I'm consuming more media to sharpen my skills as a writer. That's what I'm doing.
There you go. That's a good way to describe it.
Reading the same fanfiction I read like 3 days ago. Yep.
No. There you go. That's what has to be done.
What is a man to do? He simply must read the same fanfiction again and again. If I don't read it again, what if yeah. So yeah.
Indeed. I'm gonna head off.
Night,
It's been fun talking. See you guys later. Peace out.
Night.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. It's getting late. It's getting past the time that I need in order to not hate myself tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna call it. It's been fun. We have another stream tomorrow, so tune in for that. Yeah, we'll start with Metroid Prime 3 tomorrow. And I probably won't do Pathologic again, because I got myself out of that bind I was in last time. So that'll make it easier to fit that one in there. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next stream. That one's gonna be more fun, and I can do it for longer because I won't have to get up early. So that one can be a nice, 5-hour one, as opposed to just 4 hours. So, yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Peace out. See you on the next stream. That'll be tomorrow. I like how Samus took away her gun. I'll show you this. It's just got the little no sign because I'm not pointing at the screen. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out. See you tomorrow.